We're gonna start with support. Sorry. I will go by the actual term of this damn game. Technical, tank, and then damage. That is what we're gonna do. 1.3 tier list. Let's get it, baby. Gotenks is first up on this list. Like I said, not much has really changed. My opinion on Gotenks has always been very high. I think he's one of the best characters in the game overall. He's one of the best technical characters in my opinion overall. That man ult is insane for objective. It's insane just in general when it hits because it silences you. And he's one of the fastest characters in the game. Bro cannot be catched whatsoever. Overall, his entire kit is really good, actually. You know, I actually used to start off with just maxing out his ghost. Now I just do his Galactic Donuts. Ironic, right? So probably the only flaw that he has, and thank God, because it's like the only flaw that he has, because he has good damage. You can vanish out of his melee attack, which stuns. But you can't always do it if you don't have it up. So, I mean, other than that, I wouldn't even say that's a negative, but obviously people can avoid getting hit by the stun by just flashing out of the last hit. Regardless, one of the best tech. I think he's one of the best overall in the game. I think tech compared to some of the other roles are in a really, really good spot. I feel like so many of them are good. Going to hit is in that same boat to where it's like, sure, you can backdoor, or you can just be annoying and deal damage and stun and CC. He's good at both. He's good at pretty much everything. Is also one of the fastest characters in the game, you know? Even faster than Gotenks when using certain abilities, of course, but like, hit is annoying. He's probably the most annoying character for me to deal with in this godforsaken game, and I hate laning against them. That's why when I'm damaged, I play bot. I'd rather deal with Khalifa, unfortunately, than that man, which is bad, which is saying a lot, because she's oppressive as well. Hit, I would say they're probably interchangeable if I'm being completely honest. As a matter of fact, because Gotenks is good at just like being far away and not even being targeted, even if he does get dove on. Like, the man is fast, he has a stun, he has ghost, like he has slows as well. Like, he's just hard to catch in general. Same with hit, like they both are very similar in that aspect of just being annoying and tough to deal with, but interchangeable, I feel. I'll keep hit right there. Frieza, I'm putting in S. I'm just literally putting Frieza in S because I feel like he's also the trio. 3 best tech in the game. Don't know about alternating the 3, don't know, but probably the best at getting objectives in this entire game, for Christ's sake, right? And he's annoying at keeping off of tower. He's annoying at engaging tower. He's annoying at just getting chased, or when you're chasing him, Dodoria will be frame one in front of you. What are you doing? Get away from my master. Hello? Like, no. Not even just Dodoria. Zarbon does a lot of freaking damage, bro. Superstar Zarbon, GG's. Zarbon does so much as far as between taking farm and just killing you outright. That's all I'm saying. So, if anything, I would probably do something like this. Maybe all 3 can be interchangeable. I don't know. But they are not moving out of S. I even contemplated this. I even legit contemplated that. But I don't know if I'm going to put Frieza away from hit and Gotenks, but who knows, right? Damn, this is also hard. Boom. Ever since the buff, I have been seeing a decent amount of Majin Buus. I do think he's actually really good. Not really that much of a downside since they gave him more HP. He's not as squishy anymore, right? He's a little more bulky, which is good because I feel like he needed more defense, more HP. He just died too fast, even with the healing beam, which makes him vulnerable because he's stuck in healing, but he also heals himself while healing his teammate. So, not the worst. Situational. Obviously, his Strangle Gum is probably like the best thing about him, to be honest. Strangle Gum, his ult early on, a little small radius, easy to miss, but regardless, late game boosts and minutes with team healing and not even at the Strangle Gum just give you a ginormous hitbox is ridiculous, by the way. Doesn't it debuff your defense? I know it obviously slows you, but I don't know if it debuffs your defense. Regardless, only reason I don't want to put him in S because I don't want to put him next to these menace. Like, legit, I legit do not want to put him next to these guys. I'll put him in, like, literally at the top of A, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I would not mind putting him in S whatsoever, but I'm gonna keep him at top of A. Top 4 for me with Majin Buu, at least, because that buff made him usable. I'm happy because he was our main tech that I used in the first beta. 17, I'm gonna keep him below everyone else. While good, maybe more situational, He doesn't have the peel. He does have a dash with like a skill too. You don't dash far, but it's used for CC anyways. But obviously the shield is what keeps him with survivability. He has, no, he lacked damage. So I think you build damage to give him more. I think that's what it was. So snowball, I'm sure everyone goes barrier, like 99% of characters, and then maybe pursuer for the last card, or double vanish. I don't know. I don't know what the best card is set up for 17, but all I know is compared to like the other tech, I don't fear him nearly as much. Hell no. But he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Obviously, for laning with someone that transforms, he can be very annoying. I'm just gonna point that out. But 17 is good. A is good. A is good. Don't knock A. A is good. Like I said before, tech is in a really good spot. Oh crap! I forget about someone. Krillin. No, he was not the one I forget about. I put him in A. I honestly think all tech are good. Krillin I'll put at the bottom. While being, is that fair putting Krillin in B? He's usable. He has damage. It's just that I feel like he can be annoying, but hit is just even more annoying because for one, he's faster, and two, he's stronger. Probably debatable. Probably debatable. I don't know his damage from the solar flare into the beams that follow, the homing beams that follow you. Or I don't know the damage of his damn what's his, not destructo, this solar flare. It's one of his, oh, the balls he set up. Plus you can blow them up with projectiles anyway, so that's also like a negative for him. Like if any other character has a projectile and you know you have a Krill on a team, just start not face checking bushes, but just start checking them. Don't face check them. But you know, I think maybe B is harsh, but like bottom of A is fair. Top of B, I mean B isn't bad, but like I'll keep him at the bottom of A. And Gohan is the last type. Gohan is staying in S. Gohan is staying in, oh, let me refresh this. It's probably because I have Gekishin open right now. So Gohan, if I'm being honest, Gohan is probably situational as far as if you're laning with an actual friend versus a rando. Because Gohan can enable your DPS to do illegal amounts of damage. Gohan, I still think is one of the best tech in the game. I do think he's still top 3. If I had to choose between Gohan and Gotenks, that's tough. Situational. I am biased, probably towards Gohan. I may just keep him there in the #1 spot. I may just keep him like, I might just keep him #1 tag spot. Probably even that. That might be absurd looking at the placement. That might actually be absurd, but you know what? I'm keeping him there. I think that's where I had him placed last tier list before Toppo came out and when somebody got buffed. Goku got nerfed. I think Gamma's got buffed. I think it was that tier list. Do I want to put Gohan in Z? I don't know, dude. Like, you can make a case for this. Or at the bottom of Z. Or a case for this. Because I think all these tech characters are fantastic. I don't know, man. Like, you can't go wrong. Like I said, it doesn't matter with me. Like, I can agree with either or. For now, I'm going to put him in Z. Tank. Baby. Put him in A. Bottom of A. He can be annoying. He can be annoying. And I don't like laning against him. I don't like laning with them because my characters do not really enable Baby to be that great. Because I use people that are fragile and I get doved on and dies. Like, I use Kale. I'm Kale one trick, right? I don't think he does much for Kale. So my opinion of Baby is rather low. While annoying to deal with on an enemy team, it's just like I don't like laning with the Baby just because of how the character is, reliant maybe on the other player in the lane. But it's just how he's like Yumi in League of Legends, kinda, but kinda. Only maybe that one ability, obviously, right? Tank and support, totally different, but they're also tank supports in League. Anywho, sidetrack. Baby can be annoying with taking the farm, pushing you away, basically getting space. He's annoying. But I would rather put him at the top of B. Wait a second. I don't want to say Baby is the worst tank, But I don't know. Right now, I'll keep him there. Zamasu, I'll put him at the top of A. I'll put Zamasu in A ever since the buff. He got a buff to his regen, right? Passive, I think? Zamasu's good. He's always been a good early game, but fell off later on. But regardless, I do think he's still good. I do think the buff was necessary. I don't think the buff made him broken. I think it made him usable again, at least, right? I don't think it made him to like beta 1 Zamasu where the man would just like did not die whatsoever. But for the most part, I think that placement for Zamasu is fair, right? He can peel. I don't know if you have to build some type of damage on him. A lot of people build the same setup anyway. He's strong. If you build damage on him, right? He can be annoying. He's pretty good at taking objectives, right? And his slow on his ult is ridiculous, by the way. So, and plus Zamasu was the only, him and Vegeta were like the only tanks I used in the first beta. And I really liked them both. I didn't really know how to utilize Vegeta that much, but Zamasu on the other hand, hell no, I was schmoving all over the map. So I think top of A is fair for Zamasu. Cell, the only thing that's stopping me from putting Cell in B is the fact that Perfect Form Cell is actually really good. It's just early game Cell. Early game Cell is bad. You feel like same thing, right? Same thing. He hasn't been changed, he hasn't been buffed, he hasn't been nerfed. You have to be aggressive early game to get an early perfect form. Otherwise, you're gonna get punished, which means you have to coincide with your DPS, your damage. You guys gotta like sync it out. You guys gotta be like perfect symmetry. Otherwise, he's gonna die. Otherwise, Cell is just gonna get murdered, right? If you don't be aggro with Cell, you're gonna get perfect form super late. So I'll put him at the bottom of A. I don't know where I hit him out last time, but bottom of A seems fine. Yeah, I would still put him over Baby because late game, mid game as well. So Cooler, put in Cooler in Z. Best tank in the game, one of the best characters in the game. Iframe on every single skill that he has, which is crazy. I didn't know that prior to maybe a few days ago because I never used them. This is why I feel like you should use every character, get a feel for what they do, and then you get an idea how to handle them. But this entire time, I didn't know how to handle Cooler. I just stayed very far away from that man. In which cases, worked a lot of times, I think. Regardless, too much CC. He's strong. Iframes on every skill. And I hate him. Bro, I hate Cooler. He's racist just like Frieza. Anywho, regardless, I'm keeping him in Z. I'm keeping him in Z. I'm keeping him in Z. But I feel like I'm actually going to bump some people down to S. But for now, for the sake of Tierlist, I'm putting him in Z. Caulifla, I'm putting her right next to. At this point, there's no clear difference in how I think of Cooler and Caulifla. They're both hard. Pause. They're both annoying. One has CC, one has taunt. Basically a second row though. Mad annoying Caulifla. And she has peel. She is so annoying to deal with, bro. She is really somebody I want to try to poke out as opposed to just rushing up and actually fighting her. So yeah, her taunt I think is one of the best abilities in the game. And realistically, I could put them all in. Nah, I'll keep them there. I'm actually bumped some people down the ass, so this ain't the final. And Vegeta, boom. I think there's a clear difference between Vegeta and Cell now. It's actually insane. The more I play, it's like, damn, Vegeta really doesn't die. And so the irony in that is in the anime, the man always get beat up, right? Always be dead, always be slumped, somewhere on the ground begging. But Vegeta in the game literally doesn't die. The man gets armor on 3 out of 4 of his skills. His ult, skill 1, skill 3. Wait, ult, skill 1, skill 3. Yeah, 3 out of 4 of his skills, he gets armor, bro. He never dies. And pretty much just use skill 2 into skill 3 and hope you catch a lot of people with your photon bomber and boom, you get all your armor back. Like the man, I've been in fights where it's like, bro, it's been 5 business days. How am I still alive? And why has no one come over here to kill this man, antagonize me? Like I tried Vegeta. My Vegeta is very low level, but the fact that I can do what I do with Vegeta and get away with it, it's actually insane. The man does not die whatsoever. So Vegeta rightfully put an S for sure. Rightfully put an S. For the sake of things, I want to put Gohan. Nope, that's fine. I keep him there for now. Because I really feel like Gohan is overall probably the best tech. Easy to use, so much value, really good support, really good peel, really good damage, for Christ's sake. But like Gohan just has everything, dude. And what's up, B-Gamer? I'm gonna keep him there for now. We are at damage right now. So this tier list is gonna be including the Zamasu buff, Gamma buff, and the release of Toppo. So we're gonna do him last. Deborah. I'm not even sure what to say about Deborah, bro, at this point. Only value Deborah gets is 1, being in bot lane. 2, you better hope to God you have a Khalifa or Cooler on your team. I was thinking of tank and I said team. On your team, you just need your laning partner to hard aggro with you, because the biggest issue with Deborah, man, can get poked out by everybody with more range than him. He has to get up close for the most part, right? Petrification. Plus, obviously, you can vanish out the petrification when a meter builds up anyway. So he's a very flawed character. Maybe some adjustments to Deborah, maybe some changes I would like to see for him, to be honest. So Deborah's fine right there at the bottom of B. I don't think I even changed it much from the last tier list that I did. Bojack, at this point, Bojack just needs to get buffed. He needs to get buffed. I've seen some crazy stuff with this ult. People walked out of it, or the ult not finishing, or whatever the case may be. Overall, Bojack, I mean, in hindsight, when he does get buffed, I will use him. I like using ranged damage characters. I like using ranged, but right now, unless you're like a one-trick #1 in the game, who can use everybody in this game, then nah, I don't recommend Bojack, because you get more value out of literally any other character in the game over Bojack. Okay? So Kale stayed in S. Biggest downside to Kale is the fact that you dive on her, you're off cooldowns, you have no ult, but mostly if you have no ult, then you're GG, you're dead, right? She needs to be, you need to babysit Kale a little bit early game, right? So it's like, you really have to hit your shots. That's what I'm really trying to say. Sure, you can dive on her, she has no peel trouble, but the most important thing about Kale, you have to hit your shots. You have to hit your skill 3 into the skill 1, or your skill 2 into the skill 3. Skill 3 into the skill 2 into the skill 3. I said that backwards. You know what I meant. The little ball into the beam that she has. You can do that too. Her ult obviously auto tracks to the nearest enemy. It could be farm. It could be whatever, right? And also giving her the double vanish as the skill, the last card, gives you 2 stuns, 2 dashes in her ult, which is a W, which I always run her, because for one, she needs peel, and 2, double stun helps out anybody. WCC. So obviously Kale's still an S. Damage potential is ridiculous, by the way. Gammas got buffed, and I would rightfully put them in S. I don't remember where I put them at last time. I feel like I did put it. No, I think I put them at the top of A last time, but I see whenever I do these tier lists, it's like, do I place them based on usability? Or do I just place them based on overall how the character is? Because somebody like the Gammas can't really be utilized in low rank because they're not the easiest to use. But someone that's higher ranked, the Gammas buff, they're probably the most common damage character I've seen. I'm not even gonna lie. I have seen them more than, in a lot of cases, Riku. He's definitely like top 3 most overused damage. I definitely have seen him. I don't know if I would put him over Kale. She still does better damage, obviously because she has more burst, but the man ain't exactly fragile. He has peel. So the Gamma's buff really made them a big deal, I would say. So this is, I think I'm gonna title this like 1.3 because I did one before season 1, basically season 0 tier list, season 1, season 1.1 with the release of Riku, 1.2 with the release of Gotenks, and 1.3 is gonna be the Toppo one, which is this one. This is gonna, okay, tell you, this is gonna be 1.3 right here. It's gonna be 1.3. Basically the last tier list this season because it's like what, 9 days left or something. But Gammas are really good. I think what you do, wait, what do you do with Gammas? Do you max out skill 3, have some type of range, and then you max out skill 1 and then 2 last? Which switches over to Gamma. That one switches over to Gamma 1. I think it's skill 1 switches over to Gamma 2 to melee. Yeah. So he's just good, dude. The man is just good. His ult stuns upon startup. You get the other Gamma back. You get all that HP. And like I said, like, if you are using the Gammas, you really know what you're doing. The man is a top tier character, man. Oh, I am actually going to bump down Ooh before I hit him bottom of S, because I feel like he's really good, right? He has peel. He has damage. He has mobility, which is peel, disengage, right? I think the only issue I have with Ooh, I just feel like some of the other damage characters are now a bit better. Like if I had to choose late game, I feel like Oob is really a menace. Late game with this ult getting max stacks, you got his skill 1 maxed out. Man becomes a farm machine. Sit on point or approach point. Ulted. Boom. Like late game, I feel like Oob is where he really shine. Mid to late game when he starts getting all those stacks very easily, because the cooldown for skill 1 and the amount of people he can hit with the range of his maxed out skill 1 and stuff like that. Like Oob is still good overall. I think he's still good. I don't think I put him in S rank anymore. I think I'll just swap him in Gammas. I had usually him at the bottom S and him at A, but I with that Gamma buff, man, it's like I could argue put him above KO, to be honest, but for now, that. I think it's a good placement for Gammas. Or sorry, Oob. I think it's a good placement for Oob. 18 is another one of those characters I feel like it's a skill issue, right? She's not the easiest because she has so many dashes and you just gotta know when to use what, right? You can dash, you can skill 1 until Destructo this, back to a skill 1. Assuming skill 1's XL dance and not the longer, I don't remember if it's the XL dance or the other dash, because one of them you can dash 3 times as long as you hit them. It's been a minute since I've used 18. 18's, like I said, it's another one of those characters to where it's like, she's good, but she's not the easiest to use whatsoever. But if I had to choose her between her and Gammas, definitely Gammas. After the buff. Before the buff, 18. After the buff, Gammas. Until she gets touched. Pause, by the way. I think A is fine for 18. She's really good. One of those characters, only like high level players know how to utilize her. Same with Gammas. Same with Frieza. Top of A, 18 is not bad. Piccolo, ever since the buff, like I said, I'm going to keep him in A. Superstar Piccolo is a force to be reckoned with. Compared to like other characters, Superstar naturally is going to be good with them, but for some of the other characters, they're already good. In general, early skills, it's just Piccolo's light grenade, man. Superstar is horrendous for the other team. That radius upon impact? Hell no, dude. Special beam cannon? Piccolo is probably one of the best objective takers in this game along with Frieza. Piccolo, Frieza, and I could argue 18 with the amount of burst that she has. I would probably say even consistently better than Kale, actually. Oob as well. Max stacks with this passive, 64 stacks. Oh, boom, objective yours. Like, Piccolo is in that tier as far as taking objectives. Ridiculous. Which means whenever objective shows up, you got to take out Piccolo first or keep him away. Keep him away. Recharge his special beam, pop, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. But Piccolo overall, aside from taking objectives, obviously keeps his range. He does have disengage with his arm grab. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. Really good. I would argue him over Oob now. After that buff like 2 patches ago or something. Trunks. I feel like really utilized only with Superstar, because early game Trunks is bad. He doesn't have all that pill. He only has 1 dash, obviously. I mean, you get the dash reset upon kills and stuff. Very much different from 18's, how she get a reset off. But Trunks has more burst than 18 because the ult is ridiculous. Trunks is also one of those characters I feel like is just a menace late game. early game, you got to be really, really careful with how fragile he is. And with just saying that, I think it's primarily just used in top lane. You can use him in bot lane, but I don't know if you want to match him up against a tank without superstarred, because he's that fragile. He's going to get punished and he's going to get outranged. You can dive on him if you want to. They got a cooler, you're going to get slowed. All your dash attacks, no longer dash attacks. Trunks is good, but just very situational, because I feel like I would only really use him during superstar. That's really it. Get the little sword thrusting, because he is ridiculous at taking objectives too. Even more so probably than, ooh, an 18. How fast he takes objectives is ridiculous, bro. What's up, Ferris? Trunks stay at the top of B, mainly because of how situational I feel like he is. That's all I'm saying. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I think that's fair. 3Ku. What else can I really say about 3Ku? What else can I truly say about 3Ku? He's strong. Superstar is ridiculous. Even without Superstar, he is still very strong, right? TP is really good. Wiping Kamehameha for objectives, or not even just that, just farm in general, just sweeping the field with it. Only downside, obviously, can't transform to level 7. Dragon Fist is okay compared to a lot of other alts that are more consistently good. But outside of that, even it's just normal abilities are just annoying and oppressive when you get to mid to late game. One of the most annoying characters to deal with late game, because if you don't flank him and deal with him that way, you're not going to be able to just go straight forward to Goku. Not 3Ku. You're not going to see him. You're going to see his Kamehameha way before you even see where he is. And by the time you do see him, you're probably dead. Because he's probably A, TP on you, Kamehameha. B, or you only just sees his beam in their tank. So it's like, really the real way to deal with them, not just you flanking. You gotta have multiple people to go around and just flank him, dude, because he's annoying. I think he's one of the strongest characters in the game, easily. Put him right there. Honestly, put him right there. He's annoying. Supposedly this man was nerfed. Sure. Probably early game, right? Probably early game he was nerfed, but late game? He still has that ridiculous mobility. He still has the ridiculous damage. He still has... I think he just has everything in this Goku, right? I feel like the nerf really only affected him in early game, but even then, it's not even that big of an issue, because he's still also really good at taking objectives. Like, this man literally has everything, bro. Matter of fact, I'll put you right there. I will still value this Goku over 3Ku. I just find him harder to deal with. At least this man has a flaw of being stationary, and you can actually somehow approach him in some way, shape, or form. You can't run away from him at all, bro. Power Cam plus the rolling hammer, you're not running away from this Goku. He's too damn fast. He's way too fast, honestly. After the nerf, by the way. I don't know if I have them ordered within the tiers, but like, these people I truly think are just mad broken. I could argue Gohan don't. Like, I guess you can argue this. You can argue this. I feel like maybe even these 4 people are interchangeable. These 4 characters are really good. I think, like I said, I'm gonna be a little biased and maybe put them there. Toppo, we're doing last. Diamond Goku, just like 18, just like Frieza, just like Gammas, just like Piccolo to a certain extent. Skill issue. In lower ranks, he may not be that great because people don't really know how to utilize him in his kit. Higher ranks, I'm talking top 100, top 50, top 1. One of the strongest characters in the game. I don't know how they would nerf him, because if you nerf this Goku, one tricks, top 100, top 50, those players will still be able to utilize them, but people that are like B and below will not have any idea how to use Diamond Goku. They probably don't even use them now as it is. I mean, more and more probably they are, but it's just what I'm saying. He's more effective in the hands of people that really understand his mechanics, right? I don't even understand his mechanics. I understand that I can't really beat him all that much, depending on who has him. I understand that I play kill for a reason so I can stay away from all the shenanigans. He's one of the best DPS in the game. Easy top 5. If I'm being honest, easy, probably the easiest top 5 list I've had to make for DPS. Goku, Daima Goku. Ironically, 3 of them are Goku. Shock to no one. Kale and Gammas. Kale and Gammas may be interchangeable. Maybe Gammas and then Kale. Who knows, right? Give or take. Same with these 3. I don't know. Interchangeable, maybe. But Daima Goku is ridiculous, bro. Daima Goku is absolutely ridiculous in this game. Holy crap. He's just strong. I don't know how you would nerf that character. Cooldown? Okay, they would just engage a lot less and wait for the cooldown to come back up. I genuinely don't know how you would nerf that man. Main man himself got a destruction Toppo, all right? So just came out this towards the end of season 1, right? Like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, however long he's been out. I played with him quite a bit. I even put up showcase of him. I actually enjoy him. The fact that you get your damage off of stacking debuffs on them, and then your ult just blows them up, right? Just skill 1, melee. Whenever you have skill 2 up, do the little spinny rolling thingy. Save skill 3 for projectiles, for any amount of burst damage. Just don't use it when you get too low. The same situation with Cell and his regeneration. Don't want to use it when you get too low, because you will get bursted down and die. You get insane value if you, I mean, he does get a shield when you use it at low HP, but still, you can still get bursted down, or you can still get CC'd out of your goddamn counter. That is a big issue with this skill 3. You can get CC'd out of it. Gohan can CC him. Gotenks can CC him. Hit can CC him. Like, there's so many ways you can actually stop his counter. You know? It's kind of predictable. When a man is T-posing, floating, yeah, he's going to do the counter. So you have a choice. Either kill him before he kills you, or you just stun him, and then his whole cooldown is reset. You know? Overall, I do enjoy playing Toppo. I'm going to put him at the bottom of A. I wouldn't put him at the bottom of A or maybe top of B. I do think early game he has more value than Trunks, kind of. It depends. It depends on who's playing who, how you handle the situation, and who the hell your tank is. Right? How aggressive you want to be. Maybe bottom of A, top of B. For now, I'll probably keep him there. If anything, I'll put Krillin here. So this is what the tier list is looking like, right? Tech reigns supremes. I feel like Tech has the best characters overall in the game, kind of. Damage. Yeah, they get a lot of good damage in the game. Tank. It's just really top 3. It's just really 3 tanks and then everyone else. Vegeta, Khalifa, Cooler, and then everyone else comes after. And we'll have to see who we're going to get for season 2. I would love for Buhan to come out. Buff Bojack, by the way. Matter of fact, I want to put DeBoer in C, but he's the least usable, kind of. Certain comps, certain lane partners, certain matchups. You can't see all that before you queue in, though. Okay? So, 1.3, the release of Toppo. I enjoy using him, but I mean, he's fun. He's not all that great. He's okay. He's cool. He's an A. Bottom of A. He's cool. Not bad. All right. So that's why I put Toppo. Sorry, Toppo. Don't kill me.